The main thing I like to keep in mind is that the whole body can be reflected in the feet. So we put them together like this. The big toe corresponds to the head, and then this, the arch, is the spine. So even these curves in the foot correspond to the curves in your back. And just a few landmarks. This right here where the foot pad ends and then the arch starts, this is the diaphragm line. So this, anything above that is lungs. So anybody with asthma or cold, coughing, working that area is going to help. This corresponds to the hip line. So anything under here is more intestine and excretory organs. So here in the middle, we have things like kidneys, adrenal glands, liver, gallbladder. It just corresponds to all of the internal organs that would be below the diaphragm line. And also, all the way out to here is the shoulders. So everything, just like if you're looking at the body, the spine, and this is what's on the right half, or the left half of the body, and this is what's on the right half of the body. What I like to do just to kind of warm up the feet is a spinal twist. And you just grab the foot and you just twist. You're not sliding or gliding, you're just rotating the arch and kind of giving the spine a little twist. You can do that up and down a couple times. And any of these you can do just one foot and then the second foot, or you can alternate feet. All right. Another one that I like to do is the lymphatic pump, because our lymph system doesn't have an active pump. It's like the circulatory system. It is just moved by muscle contraction. So what I like to do, if I can get my feet to relax here, is we just kind of pump them. And you want to do it pretty quickly, and you want to make the body move a little bit there. So that helps move the lymphatic fluids and helps the body eliminate toxins and waste products. Another that I notice when I work on people is right in here in this arch, even especially when I get worked on, right here is usually tender. Especially those of us who kind of go full tilt. We're always going, we're not stopping, we have to go to the next thing. This spot corresponds to kidney and adrenal glands. So when we have a lot of adrenaline going, this is going to be a tender spot. Because yeah, there's some congestion here. And when you find congestion, there's a couple different ways. What I like is just to use the thumb and just kind of apply pressure.
And what does congestion feel like?
Congestion kind of feels like, for lack of a better word, a knot. It's, yeah, it's, I don't know.
You'll know it if you feel it.
Yeah, some people think they feel like grains of rice. This one is more pea-sized. It's not as round as a pea, like full, but it is. Definitely feel it.
And if somebody is suffering from sore shoulders, sore neck, where would you suggest that they rub?
Well, if it's like a lot of people, like neck, shoulders from stress, tense, sitting at the computer, this is an area here to work, right here along the inside of the big toe. But any of the toes, along the neck of the toes, any of those that you work, is going to help with neck and transfer down to the shoulders. And for people that have sinus issues, the top of the toes is a good place. That's where the sinuses are. So we just kind of stimulate those. Another thing you can do that helps soothe the neck and the eyes, you can do what we call toe rotation. And you just kind of traction the toe, which means pull it up just a little bit, and then I usually do 3 clockwise rotations and then 3 the other way. And then do next toe, and just do that through all the toes. And another technique that some people like and some people don't is called Tootsie Roll. And it has the same kind of function as the toe rotation. It helps soothe the neck and the sinuses, the eyes. So you just kind of get the toe between the fingers and you go up. And we usually do things in 3s. See, another thing that's not necessarily completely feet, but, and I don't know, so we kind of take the feet and we kind of turn them in and stretch. That's not going to be too far out. That's okay. Stretch the tibialis muscle, and this also goes all the way up into the hips. Reminds me of one other, which corresponds to the sciatic nerve and the hips, which I know a lot of us have issues with that. Get a little bit of lotion. Which foot? This one. All right. What you do is you kind of have your hand, I don't know, they call it kind of a crab claw, and you just kind of go from top to bottom. And it's usually kind of tender. I think, yes. And usually, I mean, you just go over it several times, and since it can be pretty intense, do one foot and then switch to the next, and then do some other techniques on different parts of the feet, and then come back to that.
All right, Elaine, let's move on a little bit. And you know, many of us work on the computer all day long, or for several hours a day, and our hands and fingers get tight and gather up a lot of toxins. Show us a nice hand stretch.
Okay, one that's pretty simple to do. Just hook the pinky and the ring finger in between this pinky, and then you do ring finger around the thumb, and you just kind of use the fingers on the bottom, just kind of stretch out and open out the in between the tendons on the other side of the hand. Also, we can use the thumbs to kind of separate this carpal tunnel area. Just kind of helps stretch out the connective tissue and the fascia, and things that kind of get tight when we sit at our computers.
And we're going to put on the screen or at the end of the video some links for you if you are interested in finding some reflexology charts for the feet as a refresher so that you can remember the areas that Elaine has mentioned to you. We will put that on the video for you. There's thousands of them out there. If you want to just do an internet search, just look for foot reflexology charts and you'll find many, and they deal with the skeletal structure of the foot as well as the organ structure, and you can find a lot of different ones. Just remember, if it feels good, then you're doing it right, and if it is really hurting, you might need to back off on the pressure just a little bit, because our goal is not ever to hurt somebody. The no pain, no gain works for working out, but not for massage. Enjoy yourselves and take care of the ones you love.